Hi there, welcome to my views and news. A different topic today for this video. A question which is asked by people. I have been working to find an answer to this question for months. I contacted some people who are interested in this question, and now I have reached a conclusion which I want to share with you. Question is, can the Oromo Liberation Army, OLA, reach Addis Ababa? Does it want to capture the Ethiopian capital? Is it part of OLA's strategy to surround Addis Ababa, to make Addis Ababa dysfunctional, to make the government dysfunctional? I have been trying to find an answer because Ola has been operating in Ethiopia for decades. It was Olaf, and it turned into Ola, and it has decades of experience of armed struggle. Why we have not seen so far that Ola has not been able to capture Addis Ababa? Firstly, did Ola really make any significant moves towards Addis Ababa in recent years? I am not aware of any major move by the Oromo Liberation Army to capture Addis Ababa. Though Ola has been trying to expand from Vailega into Shoa, it managed to expand, but it never adopted as a policy to enter Addis Ababa, to capture Addis Ababa. It has been expanding, but we cannot say that it decided to make a final move toward the capital. I am not talking about statements. I am only talking about the real on the ground mobilization of Ola fighters. Does it mean then that advance towards Addis Ababa is not Ola's stated objective or planned objective? Uh, what happens when major offensives are launched against the Oromo liberation? Does it fight back? Does it launch counter-offensives and make moves towards Addis? What is Ola's strategy? What has been Ola's strategy in recent years? Well, Ola's main strategy has been strategy of withdrawal, withdrawal into safe locations when major offensives are launched on the armed group. The safe locations could be in Ethiopia, could be outside Ethiopia. Ola fighters, main commanders, they generally retreat into Western Oromia. They retreat into Sudan, South Sudan, Kenya. They have their infrastructure, they have their presence there. And despite several offensives launched, Ola could not be dismantled. It could be dismantled from neighboring countries. It could be dismantled from border areas. Because the terrain where Ola strongholds are located is not favorable to large-scale military operations. Only infantry can be deployed, their ground forces can be deployed, their Ola people know the area very well. Military, if it enters the Ola strongholds, it is caught in a trap generally. Military starts suffering losses. That is why Ola people have been surviving for years through the use of this retreat strategy whenever major offensives were launched against Ola. Secondly, Ola's main strategy has been uh, recruitment. More and more recruitment. It has been focusing a lot on getting bigger in size. And yes, it has managed to grow manifold in recent years. It wants to be as big, as huge as possible. Thirdly, obviously, procurement of weapons. When you have military, you need to have weapons too. When you have fighters, you need to have weapons too. And you need to have stable sources of earning, to which Ola does have, by the way. It is in control of some resources which are smuggled out of Oromia. It receives support from diaspora. So Ola's main strategy has been uh, expansion and growth. Why? Does it want to capture Addis Ababa, advance towards Addis Ababa through expansion and through its growth? Well, I think that Ola wants to grow so big, so huge that military won't be able to counter it. It wants to capture Addis without fight. It wants to dismantle Ethiopian National Defense Force without fighting. My talk might not make sense to some people. How can it capture Addis without fighting? How can it dismantle ENDF without fighting? But this is what Ola's policy is, it seems. This is what I have understood. It wants to grow big if it has 200,000 soldiers, if it has 200,000 fighters rather. It means that if any peace deal is signed between Ola and military, Ola fighters will join the military. They'll be integrated into the Ethiopian National Defense Force. It has been in the past. It has happened in the past too that when armed groups sign peace deals, they want their fighters to be integrated into the federal forces, the military, the federal police. This is what Ola wants. It wants inclusion of its fighters in ENDF. And if 200,000 or 150,000 Ola fighters become part of the Ethiopian National Defense Force, then who will dominate the military? Ola. Maro. He'll be in key position. He'll be in a position to influence the military and influence the government, firstly. Secondly, I believe that Ola wants to penetrate each and every section of the society. It's not that those with long hair are Ola fighters or braided hair Ola fighters. Ola has established a network of fighters who mingle with the people, and sometimes people don't know that Ola fighters are among them. They are their friends, they're their relatives, they are their colleagues, they're their neighbors, they're their subordinates, officers. In every section of the society, Ola has been expanding its secret presence. Why? Because maybe a day will come when Ola will have to activate its people who are part of administrative government structures, and the government does not know, security forces don't know, businesses don't know. But when the time comes and Ola wants to make a push towards Addis Ababa, it can activate all its cells, all its networks in Addis, around Addis, and the networks will just simply overpower the structure, the security structure in Addis, the security structure of the Ethiopian National Defense Force. This is how Ola wants to dismantle ENDF. This is how Ola wants to capture Addis Ababa. Now, I am open to discussion on this topic. We'll do a detailed, we'll have a detailed discussion on this topic in live chats too, starting from Friday. But do give your opinion in comments. By the way, what I have said is not analysis. It's based on discussions with people whose identity I cannot disclose, but they are in some key positions, not in government. This is what I can say. Thanks for watching.